guys, welcome back to another episode of the GameDay Squad Rugby League show. And I don't know if you're aware, if you're on YouTube, then you would be aware something a bit different this episode. Josh, you want to tell them?
We've got the headphones on.
If you haven't seen, we've got these headphones on. It came with the set that we got a while back, and we just unboxed it.
Yeah, not good at the technology.
Yeah, we're not the best, so we thought we'll try it. And it's so weird hearing your voice. So if anyone, is a content creator or makes any sort of content where they've got headphones listening to themselves, or any musicians out there, I don't know how you do it.
Yeah, it's distracting.
All I can hear is myself. It's like I'm talking directly to myself in my ears.
I don't like it, to be honest.
It's very strange. But we hope the audio is super clear for you guys as well. And if you're on Spotify version, then you've got no idea what we're talking about. But in other sort of interesting and new news, we are recording the show on a Monday night. Usually we record on a Tuesday once we've seen team lists and gone through everything in the score. But the reason we're on a Monday is because Josh was so excited after today's game. So
What a game.
you want to tell everyone about it?
Mate, a roller coaster.
Yeah.
Went off, was happy. We got some interviews.
Yeah, some good content.
End of the day, got the win. The doggies win.
I tipped the dogs and I was like, I'm sitting next to my brother. I'm sitting next to my mates, my cousins, sitting with Josh, all dogs fans around me. I can't tip Para and then cheer for the opposition. So I'm like, I'll change my tip. I wasn't confident. Dogs were outsiders.
Yep.
And Josh, what happened? Because every call was against you guys.
Every call, and I can't believe we even won the game. Honestly, it's the best win in 20 years as a doggies fan.
Wow, you go that far?
I go that far.
That's crazy.
It's a big win in terms of our season.
And against your rivals. There were 45,000 people at a core stadium for a regular season game.
It's actually wild.
Like,
Packed out.
45,000.
A core stadium's had a bit of a workout.
Yeah. Matilda's game. New South Wales versus Queensland. And now this.
Yeah. Still held up well. The ground was still good.
Yeah. So it's good. And speaking of Queensland versus New South Wales, Josh, look, our state didn't get the result. But how'd your squad go? Because we left off last week talking about Queensland versus New South Wales and playing your special squad with the game mode that was set up by GameDay Squad. To be honest, I know we said to each other, we're not going to go out there and buy cards. We're going to try to play with whoever we've got at the moment. How do you feel as though
I scored
you went?
I scored like 530 and I was missing about 6 players. So I don't think it was too bad. 530, no special cards. Did all right. I was a bit upset I didn't have Ben Hunt. I think Ben Hunt was the player to get. He scored a fair few points, 2 tries.
You were 530. I was 578.
That's it.
So I just got you. But yeah, it was tough.
It's tough.
Yeah, very tough.
You have to be really onto it, have a lot of cards in your bank.
Yeah.
Ross, you had no chance.
So yeah, our tip as our opinions here, bank up a lot of the cards, and I would say just with the amount of tackles and the back and forth with possession, just go for as many middles as possible.
Yeah.
That's don't worry too much. Sure, put your outside backs that you think will do well, but just put your outside backs that you think go that extra mile. Like someone like Zach Lomax and Brian To'o, like perfect wingers from our perspective for New South Wales. Because they made 15. I think To'o had 17 runs and Lomax had 22. They're just absolute meter readers, breaking out of tackles. Lomax had the upside in attack there. But just those who are going to get through the hard work, whoever you think is going to get through the hard work out of the backs, and then just load up the forwards. And what about the two hooker option? We always speak about that with classic mode.
If you had Harry Grant and Ben Hunt, it would have worked. I'm not sure you could play Ben Hunt
played
as a hooker anyway, so...
Yeah, well, Robson played
well too.
Robson played 80. So, I don't know. I feel like that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
But we don't know what's going to happen in Game 2, but stay tuned because, honestly, it was such a fun game. I'm 1-0 up against Josh. Queensland are 1-0 up against New South Wales, so we'll have to see what happens there. But like we said, we are recording on a Monday, so it leaves us with a third bit of exciting news. So we're at probably game of the round or game of the year so far today. We've unboxed these new headphones. But the third exciting thing is we actually don't know where we've ranked.
Yeah, we don't. It's going to be close as well.
Because Josh is ahead of me by 80 points.
80 points.
And you've had 3 players that played in today's game, and I had 7. So I got 4 extra players, but I'm down by 80.
Yeah,
and the players didn't perform.
You had exactly 7 players.
Well, guys, Josh, he's alluding to it. I made a mistake, and I blame it on the New South Wales versus Queensland hangover, where you get so caught up with the game, and you're just talking about it for the following days, and then you just forget what's happening around you. I played KO weeks this week, so I had 6 players that played today.
And
I played Sivo.
Yeah. Which makes it closer.
Fully forgot the Raiders had the bye. I thought Sivo was named to play. I was so excited about being at the game and going to cheer on Josh's side that I just left Sivo in my squad. So, poor move as a coach. I've made fun of it, Josh, over multiple episodes for doing stuff like this.
It could cost you this one.
And it could cost me this one. And in strike spare misses, I've put a special mention out there to Sivo because he's in my miss category.
Because you totally missed him.
No, I missed him.
Yep.
He missed the game. But anyway, let's get on to our squads. Josh is up by 80 points and, like I said, 7 players, but probably down to 5 or 6.
Yep.
And you got 3 that played. So we'll see how it goes. What's your prediction? Do you think you come away with the win?
Yeah, I think I might just get you by a couple points. Just a couple, though. Not massive.
I genuinely think I beat you by 15 points.
Wow.
Yeah, just got to have that confidence. And
crazy.
Speaking of confidence, with strike spare misses, I've done what you do. I've gone with 2 strikes.
Oh, wow.
But you go first, mate.
Oh, I'll go first, yeah,
Yep.
okay. Well, I've only got 1. My 1 strike is the one and only, the Latrell Mitchell. Wow. Playing for that New South Wales spot.
Yeah.
And did he tear up? Yes, he did. 1 try, 3 try assists, a bunch of tackle breaks, and he was best on.
Yeah, he was best on
for my squad. So Norman just had to choke.
Man, I'm having choking fit.
He didn't even have Latrell. So, I mean, a player who I've been playing every week until he got pulled out of the squad, but now he's back, and he's back in my squad. So, Latrell Mitchell, 109 points, unstoppable, and he'll be playing again next week.
Man, I had to use as my strike. Latrell surely gets an New South Wales jersey again.
He has to. I mean, we need him.
But then you'd play him in your New South Wales for Queensland.
That's right.
Man, guess who mine was?
Well, you just had to use.
But I got 2.
Oh, yeah.
Someone who you forgot to play.
Who did I forget to play? Lomax.
Mm-hmm. Bronze Lomax, 116 points. I played a bronze card, I have a gold and silver, and just played the bronze. Guys, I don't know what's wrong.
Norman's having a choking fit.
Maybe it's the headphones.
It could be the headphones.
I'm dropping the headphones because I'm having a choking fit. I don't know if it's because I was screaming at the game today, even though I don't support either of the 2 sides. So apologies, guys. I'm a bit of a mess. 3 tries, 10 out of 10 goals. Scored 32 points in the game he played.
Yeah, yep.
Translates to 116 points for my squad.
It's actually pretty crazy.
Say no more, mate. 3 tackle breaks, 3 offloads, 48 hours after Origin.
Yeah, I'm annoyed I didn't play him. I'm actually spewing. When I was watching him play.
That could be the difference.
When I was watching him play, I was like, wait a second, I forgot something. Went straight onto the app, went to go check the squad, and I left him out for the first time in 10 weeks. And I was spewing.
Well, you don't want to hear about the players I left out because we'll get to those in the miss section. My other strike, Jerome Hughes, I mentioned to you. 4 tackle breaks, 2 line break assists, a try and a try assist. I thought he was going to end up on 100, and I was going to be like, yes, got 2 players that cracked 100. 98 because I played a gold card. Yeah. But I'm pretty sure you had his half spot online, didn't you?
Who? Oh, Wishart? Not in game day, no.
No, okay, you didn't have him.
No, in game day, I don't.
Because you kept talking about Wishart, and I thought, does he have him in his game day squad? He kept talking about him during the game.
I was going to buy him.
I was like, please don't tell me you sneakily got him just before the week started.
I was going to buy him, but then I was like, there's too many options to have. And you can't be playing a fill-in Wishart, but he proves to be playing very well.
Yeah, he's more than fill-in these days.
So
clubs will pay good money to get him.
But special mention to the fullback, to the centre of that squad, Meany. I played him instead of Armstrong, who got ruled out last second. He ended up scoring 70 points, Meany. Bronze, 2 tries.
Meany had a game.
He played...
I'm pretty sure... he scored twice?
Scored twice.
And he missed 1 goal.
Missed 1 goal, yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
So I was pretty lucky he stood up. Probably could save me. Because I had nobody left in my squad. So I was like, I'm going to buy someone. And then I was like, wait, I've got Meany. So it worked out.
Then there's me with KO weeks. What about your spares? Any spares, Josh?
I was thinking I don't, but I do have a spare. I'd say Jesse Ramian. Another player I don't usually play, but if I have to play him, I will. He ended up scoring me 25 points. You think it's a miss, but I don't really have anyone sitting in that middle, like 40 points. So I'd say Ramian. I didn't play that well this round, so he's my spare, Jesse Ramian.
I apologise for those who are here for real analytical stuff around fantasy, because my miss is myself.
Oh, no.
For not playing To'o, a gold To'o, for playing Sivo, and for playing KO weeks.
That's right.
That's the best I can give you.
That's honestly rough.
So yeah, no spares.
You let yourself down.
Just
there.
a miss. Let myself down.
That's why I'm going to win.
Look, I hope not. Like, what's the lead?
I'm on 666.
No. By the way, that's not a good number to be on. It's 8-6 scoring, isn't it?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, that's what you mean. Yeah.
Is it 8-6?
Yeah. No.
It's 8-5?
8-5.
So this could be 9-5.
Yeah. But it's not going to be. We'll make it 8-6.
Well, Josh, looking forward ahead to the next round of 15, where lucky your dogs get the bye. So you're just going to be pure fantasy this coming week, right? You don't have anything to care about, no injuries to worry about, no judiciary to worry about. You're just watching.
Just going to relax and win my fantasy game day.
So I expect you to beat me by a fair bit.
Back to back.
Definitely not. But are there any standouts? Like, I mean, we've got the matches here. Any standouts that you want to target?
Honestly, not. I wouldn't say there's any standout game at all, because it's pretty much everyone who's close together on the ladder. That's pretty much what it is. I'd say a game like Manly Dragons would leak a lot of points, in my opinion. So look for Dragons on 56-point game this round. Manly want to strike back. I feel like it's going to be back and forth, just like how Manly were against the Penrith Panthers. So look for a high-scoring game, 60-plus points scored that game. So look for a Lomax, Ruben Garrick. Obviously, Ola Kawatu's out, so people like myself who have him in the squad scored me 15 points this round as a gold card.
How wasn't that you missed?
I didn't want to mention it, but 15 points as a gold card, it was very disappointing. But look for them, honestly. I don't think there's any defense in this game.
Yeah.
Just attack.
I think Parramatta Eels and Sydney Roosters, that'll be a good
scoring
game. Look, the reason is Parramatta league points.
Yeah.
You guys barely had the ball in attacking positions and put 22 on them, and had every ref score go their way.
Yeah.
You put their high scoring up against us, and their defence isn't the best.
Yeah,
We've got a pretty good attack. I think their left side defence today was very weak. If they've got that up against our Dom Young, mate.
Yeah.
I'd have Teddy. I'd play Teddy, Manu, and Dom Young if you've got all three.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're probably the two most high-scoring games for next round. So if you're looking for outside backs, goal kickers, I'd say go for those four sides.
Yeah. Well, we saw Penrith put on a lot of points. They didn't do too well defensively, but they put on a lot of points. I think Newcastle gave it their all against Melbourne. I think they're in for a tough one.
Yeah, I mean, just too many injuries. They're pretty unlucky, to be honest. Too many injuries to their squad. But they could bounce back. They could bounce back and just give it to Penrith, but it's really hard to see as Penrith just don't go away. We saw Dane Laurie. Even Dane Laurie played probably the game of his career. The tackle breaks, try assists. Pretty sure he bagged a try from memory. But
that system is just...
Yeah, I mean, just anyone can go into that squad and just do their role, and they play well, so wouldn't surprise me if they get the win.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me either. But one game that I wanted to look at that I know you didn't mention on, I think we disagreed about this earlier when doing our prep for the show, but Tigers and Titans.
Yeah.
I think, I don't know what your point was. You were saying like, but who do you pick? Like, sure, it'd be high scoring, probably bad defense, but who do you pick? I still think you can, I don't want to say play anyone, but a David Fafita in a game like that. Like, the guy's literally playing for an Origin jersey, for a Queensland jersey. Like,
yeah, I mean, based off this last round,
he gave it to Cody Walker.
He looks like he's just angry. He's angry. So, I mean, that could just lead to a sin bin, but it also could lead to a lot of points.
I know, that's where there's the upside and the downside, and Josh likes to focus on that a lot. Obviously, well, you're right, because, GDS, negative play. is heavily penalised, it's fair to say.
It is. It should be.
Whether it's a missed tackle or sin being a send-off, it's negatively, scored, right?
Really bad.
But
it has to.
I can see Fafita scoring a hat-trick.
Fair enough. If you see it, then...
Like, the meters he makes, the tackle breaks, the offload, like, it's all there. Like, all the upside is there. And I don't feel like he's a player where you say, oh, the downside is there too. I don't see that much downside in him.
Yeah, true. So, like, he could be out. Tigers not playing well. Titans trying to somewhat get up top of the ladder.
I've heard whispers that Lockie Galvin's out.
Well, he said I think he wants to leave, but they're not letting him go. So
If Galvin's out, he's a big part of their attack.
True. Listen, there's a lot of problems with the Tigers. We could talk about for ages, but
from a fantasy perspective, I would have been playing someone like a Dave Fafita.
Yeah.
I think Beau Fermor's hungry as well for a Queensland jersey. And he got shifted out to the centres, which was unfortunate for him.
Yep.
So he'd coming back into the back row. Whoever's playing 6 and 7, I think they're going to get ran over all day by the Titans back rowers.
It's fair enough, honestly. I'd say the most exciting game of the round would probably be Rabbitohs Broncos.
But is Walsh back for that? Because it's
he would be back.
12 days, so it's past the 11-day turnaround.
Yeah, he'd be back.
Do they name him?
Yeah, he'll play. 100% because they need the win. Broncos, I mean, they're sitting comfortable on the table.
Yeah.
But, Rabbitohs side who just demolished the Gold Coast Titans, you don't want to be going light-hearted into that game. So you got to play your best squad. Obviously, Reynolds still out for another 6 weeks.
Yeah.
And Payne Haas will be back as well. So I'm telling you, this was a round 1 clash. Pretty much was the first game of the season. Rabbitohs Broncos was the first game of the season.
Second.
Second?
Only because we dusted Broncos in Vegas.
Oh, that's right.
Never forget.
First round in Australia.
Yeah. Who won? Broncos gave it to them.
Broncos actually smashed them. So look for Rabbitohs. We're looking at
Revenge
and looking at the replay, seeing when they went wrong. Latrell, I'd say I'm playing him, so I'd say play him.
That was my next question. You look at the fullback option, popular fan question every week. Who do we play at fullback, or what do we do with the hookers? Do we play two, 3 hookers? Like, do we play forwards? What do we do? Fullback, every week we get a question around fullback. Reece Walsh up against Latrell. Who wins?
Right now, I'd say Latrell. He's hungrier.
Yeah.
Walsh, you never know. He could...
Coming off a bad concussion, first of all, away from home.
2 concussions this year, which is already... At his age is really bad. Really tough for him. So they could rest him, like you said. So do you want to play a Reece Walsh who's going to might play less minutes, or
so that's the thing.
Latrell, who's
I don't think he plays less minutes. I think if he plays 80. But Latrell's playing for the New South Wales jersey.
Yeah, he looks fired up,
and he's goal kicking.
Yeah,
I'd go Latrell as well. What about halves options for next week? Because for me, that's difficult. And I know we've got no fan questions this week, so I'm kind of predicting the fan questions, obviously, because we are recording a bit earlier. But please send us a DM. Let us know in the Discord, comment section, everything, and we'll try to get around to everyone individually. But from our perspective, we always get asked about the fullbacks, halves and hookers, really the spine. Well, it's hard.
If we assume Hines gets picked because Sharks need to start, keep rolling on them with their points.
But somehow they beat Broncos, right?
They did.
But if Nico doesn't play, we're just assuming Nico's he's going to miss out on a New South Wales jersey based off his performance. We assume. But if he comes out and has a big game here, what does that do for the Sharks? What does that do for his confidence? What does that do for Michael Maguire?
Well, I think Hines is the standout half to play this week.
I agree.
And we'd say, there's a lot of halves out, but between him and Cherry Evans, I say they're the top 2. And funny it is that they're the 2 New South Wales and Queensland halves currently. So they're probably the 2 players you'd want to play in your halfback role. And for me, I can never go past Dylan Brown at the 5'8".
I know, but it's funny how you don't mention para players all year, and then they come up against my team after you've just beaten today, and you want to talk about para players.
Dylan Brown on Sam Walker. I'd say he's going to try and go through Sam Walker.
I don't think we should talk about that. I think we should talk about how Jack Cole is actually playing some good footy.
Yeah.
Speaking about Tyron Richard being the second best option.
To be honest, he's doing
Look at Cole.
Such a young kid, not massive at all. Just does his role.
Yeah.
Just plays the footy. That's what you want from your players. But halves role this season, I say it is the hardest for me to pick, to be able to swap them out, especially with all the injuries. I'd say fullback and the hooker and playing that second hooker on the bench is another tough position to be in. But the halves right now, with all the injuries and buys and the New South Wales and Queensland getting picked, you need to have a lot of people in your squad in depth, or else you're cooked. Because I would have no players. I've literally struggled these last 3 weeks, and you could tell I've probably won one against you in the last 4.
What was that?
But
what was that? Cut out, Josh. It cut out.
When it comes back,
no, the headphones cut out.
When it comes back into normality, we'll be fine. But yeah.
Well, I'm thinking Jerome Hughes is always a gun option, especially with Munster out. He's still leading that side around. He goes back home to play the Warriors.
That's true.
And there's something about... I feel like when everyone goes to versus the Warriors, if you got a Kiwi in your side, like, I don't know, they just turn up. Maybe they got extra additional family there, extended family, or something spiritually about being like at home. I think Jerome Hughes stands up. The Warriors put it on the Cowboys. Can they do that 2 weeks in a row? I don't know.
You're not wrong. I mean, Hughes is the backbone of the Melbourne Storm right now.
Yeah, I wish I was playing good footy off him.
You can say Harry Grant, Wishart, but right now you can just tell when one player stands up, that's Jerome Hughes for the Melbourne Storm.
And we haven't seen that for, like, he's always been a great player, but without Munster, we haven't seen him stand up and people be like, oh, wow, like, look what's happening. Whereas I feel like everyone's like, damn.
Because he's so solid. But now that he's so consistent, it's like this guy's top tier halfback in the comp.
Yeah, you're right. Do you feel like we could target anything off the first game of the week apart from Nico Hines? Like, you got Nico up against the Dolphins, but believe it or not, like, if you have a look at the ladder, it's second versus fourth. Like, who would have thought the Dolphins
pretty crazy
would remain in the top 4 when we're almost halfway through the year?
It's pretty crazy.
Would there be anyone from the Dolphins that you'd like to target? Because for me personally, I've loved playing Asako most weeks.
Asako, yeah, but I really don't think Dolphins play well at all this match. Sharks just show defensively they're very, very strong, and when they have the ball in attack, they're scoring. I just don't see Dolphins doing anything this match.
Yeah.
Really, I don't see them scoring more than 10 points.
Well, that brings us to stats don't lie for the week, because I got one stat.
There we go.
Sharks and Dolphins have only played once.
Oh, really?
Yep. And Dolphins beat them. They embarrassed them a Magic round last year.
What was the score?
26-16 from memory. 36-16.
Oh, my.
Yeah, 36-16. They embarrassed them.
Yeah, that's tough.
So the stat is an emotional stat.
And Asako, it looks like he
had a field day.
Game.
Yep. I think he scored one.
Well, he's kicking. He kicked very well.
I think he scored one, set up one, and didn't miss a kick.
Didn't miss a kick.
So statistically, from a fantasy perspective, I'll be playing Asako, and that's why I mentioned him earlier. But also from a personal perspective, I don't think they're forgetting that game.
That's true.
And I think Nico Hines turns up because he couldn't turn up for New South Wales. He couldn't. Yeah. It's just the reality. We have to say as it is. But you mentioned if there's a form half of the competition, if there's a half in the competition that scores the most points, if there's someone who needs to bounce back this week, it's him. So I think if you're not playing Asako and Hines on Thursday, you're not going to finish in the top 20.
Yeah, true. And I only have one of them.
Well, Josh, mate, it looks like you might want to not provide us with your stat and just talk about the transfer market. Will you be hitting up the transfer market for Jermaine Asako or anyone else this week? Well,
I'm actually looking to get Nico Hines, but...
Wait, you don't have Nico or you don't have Jermaine?
I have Asako.
Oh.
I actually packed him in a free pack, which is brilliant.
What a flex.
Thank you, GameDay.
My weekly packs, by the way, GameDay Squad, please. I packed 3 players today, just before the show. None of them are in the starting 17 for their squads. So
actually hilarious.
I got a bone to pick because this guy's getting Asako. And what did you get last week? You got a good player too.
I can't remember.
Yeah, but you can't remember because you packed a good player. He just doesn't want to flex on me now. I know what it is.
Actually, now, after tonight's game, I haven't played.
You got Piakura, by the way. I'm pretty sure you got Piakura.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
There's one player on the radar for me. He's not playing this week, but Wilson. Adokar out for 9 weeks, 8 weeks.
He was, I'd say, best on tonight.
Yeah, and he's going to play for the next 8 rounds. So if he's on your radar, if you have him next 2 weeks, just you know you're going to play him because his ability to break the line and his footwork and try scoring ability is just amazing.
Like that winning play?
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And I feel like if you have him, it's a pot. He's a pot.
But
yeah,
I feel like he's got to be next to Crichton. And I don't know, are they going to switch that?
No, I don't think so. Defensively, you can't put Karaz and Crichton and have Sherry and Wilson on one side. You need to have Karaz solid on the wing and Critter solid in the centre on the other side.
Yeah. Yeah, well, Wilson, yeah.
Wilson's a player to watch out for.
Definitely keep my eyes on him because he makes decent meters. He tough carry, good kid, athletic, tall, and then in attack, he knew exactly what Critter was doing every single time.
Probably the highest GameDay scorer in that match. It'd be close. It'd be pretty close. It
would be close between him. I know Miney made like 55 tackles, but
no attacking.
But nothing in attack.
But yeah, I reckon it's pretty close. I reckon he gets
Wilson or Critter.
He gets the chocolates in that race.
Yeah, him or Critter for me, to be honest with you. Any predictions for the week or anyone you think will top score in general? I'll pull up the matchups one last time if you want to.
Well, I said I'll stay with my gut feeling. I said Manly Dragons will leak a lot of points, and I'm gonna say Lomax again.
Lomax again.
Well, he's gonna keep that form rolling into Origin, into New South Wales versus Queensland. So, for him to just build the confidence, he goes again. Probably not 32 points again in himself scoring, but he's just another solid game. Goal kicking, try scoring, tackle breaks, try assists.
Well, I'll predict a Dom Young hat trick, and I can't say I'll pick someone who will top score, but I think definite two of the top. I'll be a bit bold and say two of the top five.
Yep.
Dave Fafita and Nico Hines.
Nice.
And I think you'll see two Roosters in the top 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Probably Dom Young and Manu or Teddy and Young. I'm super confident just from what I saw from Parramatta's defence today. And I always say Parrot always do well in attack when Moses, Gutho and Dylan Brown are there. But in defence, there's just something about them. I don't know if it's an attitude thing or they lose confidence, but I think we can really bully them with our attack. So
fair enough.
I'd look out for that one. But yeah, they're my predictions. In terms of transfer market, it's a tough week matchup wise. We've mentioned multiple times, like a lot of tough games going on. High point scoring games.
Yeah.
Pick the backs that you feel will have the most impact in attack. And those tough, gritty games, pick the forwards that stay in it for 80.
Yeah.
And for me, that was someone like Josh Curran. I'm actually a bit annoyed that he got injured because man, that guy just tackles everything, and then he runs so hard that he ends up breaking out of tackles.
Very
like
tough.
If he was an 80-minute player and injury free, with an average, I'd genuinely say he'd finish in the top 10, top 15 on GameDay Squad by the end of the year. Like he'd be like a sort of like a set and forget player. But you know, I'd go by Latrell this week if you don't have him.
Yeah,
I think he's in for an absolute blinder. And one game that no one's really talking about, Raiders and Cowboys. I think Raiders can put on them.
Yeah.
I accidentally played KO Weeks last week. I'm going to play him this week with full confidence that he runs through that Cowboys side.
Yeah, probably that. A bit weak in defence, the Cowboys right now. So
yeah,
Raiders players as well. Savage, bit of speed.
Bit of speed and yeah, honestly, Dave Fafita, Kieran Foran will be setting him up too. So it could be a cheeky pot option there in the halves because if Tigers have Sullivan and a no name because Galvin's out, Kieran Foran, pot option.
Yeah,
I'm calling it.
One. I mean, he's got the experience. He's got great players on his left and right. So
yeah, let us know. Good luck with the week ahead, Josh. Coming off an absolute high after the win. We're excited with the headphones. It's been a bit weird hearing our voice. I've had a bit of a coughing fit from screaming at the game, so I do apologise. I'm trying to move away from the mic, but I think it's actually impacted my ears more than anyone else's. But leave all your thoughts. You know, leave us a like, comment, subscribe, Discord, DMs.
Yep.
At SportsShedTV, you'll find a lot of all of our work really.
Yeah.
But you'll find a lot of fan TV content that we got from today's game.
That's right.
Good luck with your GameDay Squad, guys. It's getting tough. You got to hang in there. Every week's a new competition. Josh, do you have any advice? Because you're the potential winner for this week. Do you have any advice?
We just know we've gone up. It's 8-6.
It's not even. You can't even say that. You're supposed to be advising them, the audience.
My advice is.
And that's what happens when you're down 8-6.
Now, my advice is it's always a refresh when you start a new week.
Mm-hmm.
Don't think about last week. Go again, and don't play two hookers.
Don't play two hookers, and refresh every week. That's some refreshing news.
That's how you get in top 50.
Well, good luck everyone, and please, Tigers and Titans, and the first game. Sharks and Dolphins. Pinpoint those 2 games, and I feel like you'd be right. Best of luck, everyone. Catch you next week.